Good evening, ghosties. Welcome to tonight's video, and look it, I'm back in front of my set. When I told you guys that I wasn't going to do that many sit-down videos anymore, a lot of you said that you were going to miss the set behind me, but don't fear, I'm still going to do sit-down videos every now and then like I'm doing today. Tonight I want to tell you about a personal paranormal experience that I had just recently. I told it on one of my latest live streams, but in case you weren't able to make it to the live stream or didn't get that far into the live stream, I want to let you guys know what happened. Also in tonight's video, I want to let you guys know a couple ways you can protect yourself when you're out investigating. And I don't mean from people, I mean from ghosts. And last, if something does follow you home, I want to let you know how I personally cleanse my house. Well, actually it's my husband that cleanses the house all the time because he is terrified that I'm bringing stuff home with me. But I want to let you guys know how to do all that in this video. Oh, one more thing. If you're not following me on Twitter yet, follow me on Twitter because that is where you're going to get like all the updated info on days that I'm going to upload, because recently I just changed it to where I don't have specific upload days. I'm still going to be uploading multiple times each week. It's just the days will vary. So if you want to know which days I'm going to be uploading on for that week, just follow me on Twitter because that's where I keep everything just current and up to date. So to start off this video, I want to let you guys know one of the ways I personally protect myself when I go in to investigate somewhere. And not against people. I bring a taser with me, just so you guys know. I don't believe in like guns and weapons and stuff like that, but I do bring a taser because if something does happen, I want to be able to defend myself without like killing somebody, you know what I mean? So if you are going to places that are abandoned or whatever, bring somebody with you or bring a taser or something that you can use to protect yourself. But when it comes to ghosts, there are different ways to protect yourself because a taser is not going to work. The way that I protect myself when I go in to do any type of investigation is actually really easy and anybody can do it. All I do is envision myself surrounded in a white light, and that white light is like my protection, my barrier from anything else. I just kind of think of it as my armor, and so far, I mean, it's worked for me. Nothing bad has happened to me while I've been investigating. I've heard and felt different things, but nothing negative has happened to me personally while at a location. I'm not really religious, so I don't think of the white light in a religious way, but if you are religious, you definitely can think of it as God's way of protecting you, or whoever you pray to, you know what I mean? Just put that white light up around you and let those ghosts know that this is your space and they can't come through it. When you do go somewhere to investigate, there is a chance that something might follow you home. It's rare because usually if ghosts are haunting a place, they're gonna stay there. They've been haunting it for a long time. It's not like you're the lucky chosen one and they're like, well, I'm going home with him. It doesn't happen that often, but if you feel like something has attached itself to you and followed you home, there's a very easy way to get rid of it. Well, most of the time, unless it's like a demon or something. I don't know anything about that. Again, this is the way that I do it because I'm not very religious. All I do is I light some sage and go around to each corner of the house. I go from room to room, inch by inch, and I make sure that the smoke fills each corner of the room. And while I'm doing that, I just kind of repeat out loud or to yourself that only positive energy can stay and all negative energy must leave. And I just go from room to room doing that, saging each corner of the room, in the closets, around windows, around doors. And for me, whenever I do that, the house instantly feels lighter. Like whatever darkness or energies or negative stuff that was in the room or space before, it usually seems to feel a little bit lighter or like it has dissipated. If you are religious and you feel more comfortable saying a prayer going from room to room, you can do the exact same thing with sage. Like I said, go from room to room with the sage, say a prayer, and tell anything that is negative, it must leave. Now we sage and cleanse our house fairly often, like I said, because my husband is a giant scaredy cat when it comes to ghosts. And also there was a couple there's been like 2 experiences now where we kind of got a little bit freaked out and felt it was best to cleanse the house. The first time we had to cleanse our house because we thought something was there with us was actually back in our house in Wisconsin, and we knew that the house was haunted, but we ended up going to New Orleans for our honeymoon, and when we came back, it felt like the energy was different, and it felt like everything had intensified, and it felt like a different spirit. So in that case, we were afraid that we brought something back with us because we were going on multiple different ghost hunts, and I was like touching every haunted object and building I could find. So my husband was worried that we brought something back with us. And things kind of got really crazy one night too. Like my husband woke up and he felt like somebody was standing in the room staring at us, and he had like it looked like a bite on his arm. I'm not kidding. It was so scary. And we just got so scared that we finally left the house for like a good hour before we gained enough courage to go back home. And the next day I went around the house and I saged it and cleansed it, and it felt better. We just recently saged our house again because of the experience I just had in the house, and that's the experience I want to tell you about today. I don't believe that the house that I'm in right now is haunted at all. We've been here for over 2 years and haven't had any experiences up until recently. And you know what? I don't know if it's because I got the haunted doll. I don't know if she just took a while to come out of her shell or what, but anyway. So just a couple weeks ago, I had an experience in the house, and I don't know if it was a shadow person or a ghost that I saw. I came downstairs that night and I thought that my husband was in the kitchen. So when I got to the kitchen and he wasn't there, I thought he was trying to prank me. So I stood in the kitchen and I kind of waited for him to make a noise because he's pretty loud and he can usually give himself away because of that. Like he always makes noises. So I was listening, I was waiting for him to give himself away, but it was dead quiet. I didn't hear anything. And so I stood in that one position and I was looking down the hallway. And as I was looking down the hallway, I saw the shadow come out from the bathroom, look at me, and then keep walking straight through the wall. I am not kidding or exaggerating when I say this. At first, I thought it was my husband. I thought he came out of the bathroom because it was kind of dark out. I thought he came out of the bathroom until it continued to walk through the wall. And then I was like, that's not my husband. It was about 15 seconds after I saw it that my husband came in from outside. He was actually in the front yard. He was stargazing, you know, with the app on the iPhone where you can look up at the stars and it tells you what constellations are out there. He was out there doing that, so he wasn't even in the house at the time. So even though I didn't want to tell him, I told him, listen, I think I just saw a ghost in our house. And he was like, what? I'm like, yeah, I was staring down the hallway and I thought you came out of the bathroom, but then the figure just kept walking right through the wall. And of course he panicked, grabbed the sage right away and went from room to room, made me follow him around because he was too scared to do it by himself, and it's been fine since. Like I said, I don't know if it was a ghost or a shadow person. All I saw was a shadowy figure. Do I think that something followed me home from one of the places that I'm at? I don't know. Sometimes you experience ghosts just kind of like traveling through, and maybe it was just a ghost passing by. You know what I mean? Regardless, it was kind of spooky. It's so weird when that kind of stuff happens. I'm the type of person, when I experience something like that, I don't really get scared. I just want to see it again. You know what I mean? Like I want to know that what I saw was for real and legit, and I want to make sure my eyes weren't playing tricks on me. And at first that's what I thought. I was like, maybe I just imagined it or my mind's playing tricks on me. And then I was like, no, I'm like, I saw this. I know what I saw and I'm not crazy. But like I said, we smudged the house that night, went through, cleansed it with sage, and haven't had any experiences since. What do you guys think? Do you think it was a shadow person? Do you think it was a ghost? Do you think I brought something home with me? Do you think that it was just a traveling ghost wandering by? Personally, I think that's what it was. I think it was just a traveling ghost kind of like passing through. I feel like if I had brought something home with me, I would have been able to feel it, you know what I mean? Because I'm not psychic in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like everybody does have a intuition, or, you know, like a gut feeling, and I didn't have a feeling like I had brought anything home, so I don't know, that's just my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure and give it a like. I'm going back to the Queen Mary. I'm meeting my friend Brittany there, and we're going to film tons of videos for you guys. We're going to film at the Queen Mary, and I think we're going to go to a haunted forest or park, and we're going to try to go to the abandoned zoo at Griffith Park. So, like, we're just going to try and jam pack as many videos in as we can while she is here. I'm so excited to hang out with her. It's always so much fun. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.